Picture this. Your familiar Windows laptop still works, but every morning it feels a little heavier. Slower starts. More noise. And with Windows 10 support behind us, the question is suddenly practical. Replace the computer or replace the operating system? So here is the test. One ordinary day. Email, documents, browsing, photos, a little multitasking. No hunt for obscure features. Could a Windows user open Zorin OS and simply get on with life? This is Zorin OS, not a clone of Windows, and not a promise that nothing changes. It is a Linux desktop designed to make the first step feel familiar. The menu is where you expect it. Your open apps live on a recognizable panel. And Zorin Appearance lets the desktop adopt a layout that feels close to the workflow you already know. That matters in the first 10 minutes. A replacement succeeds when you do not have to stop and translate every instinct. Open a browser. Find a file. Arrange two windows. Zorin's layout choices lower the friction before Linux ever asks you to learn something new. You do not have to wipe your current setup to see whether Zorin feels right. Zorin says the free core edition can be test-driven from a USB flash drive. Boot it, confirm keyboard, Wi-Fi, display, and sound, and decide before committing. Now the daily work test. Zorin shows a calm, modern desktop, and LibreOffice is ready for familiar document tasks. Enhanced tiling helps place windows into useful arrangements, turning a small laptop display into a practical workspace. These are not headline stunts. They are the quiet wins that make an operating system feel livable. People live in their files, not their operating system. Zorin includes LibreOffice for viewing, creating, and editing Microsoft Office documents. If installed alongside Windows, Zorin says files on the Windows drive stay accessible. Then there is privacy. Zorin's site says the system does not collect personal data, and its open source code can be examined. That is a meaningful position for a personal computer. Then comes the question every Windows switch must face. What about my apps? Zorin now detects installers for more than 240 popular Windows apps and can point users toward compatible native options. The official example shows a Plex installer leading to the native Linux version in the software store. It is helpful guidance, not magic. Before moving, check the programs and games you truly depend on. Gaming needs the same honesty. Zorin highlights Steam, Lutris, and other game sources, but check your must-have games and anti-cheat requirements before switching. Zorin Connect can link an Android phone for notifications and file sharing. Zorin describes the connection as encrypted and local to your network, so everyday movement between screens stays simple. And that older laptop? Zorin is explicitly built to run on computers up to 15 years old. That will not turn weak hardware into a workstation, but it can make replacing a perfectly useful machine feel less inevitable. The sensible route is simple. List your essential apps and accessories, explore Zorin on your own hardware, and install only after your daily workflow passes the test. So, is Zorin the best Windows replacement? For someone who wants a familiar desktop, a modern supported system, and a gentle entry into Linux, it may be the strongest first place to look. The right answer still depends on your essential apps. But if Windows feels like the thing holding your computer back, Zorin OS offers a convincing next chapter. Perhaps you like the idea of trying Zorin, but not the downloading, flashing, and setup. Visit the video description to explore ordering a ready-to-use Zorin OS bootable USB or DVD, prepared so you can start with physical boot media instead of making it yourself. Choose USB if your computer boots from a flash drive, or explore DVD if optical media suits your setup. Review the listing details and your computer's boot options before ordering. When it arrives, plug in the USB or insert the DVD, boot into Zorin, and explore at your own pace. Look in the video description for the ready-to-use Zorin OS bootable USB or DVD. Skip the media creation hassle, start exploring sooner, and see whether Zorin is the Windows replacement your computer has been waiting for.